Hi, and in today's Microsoft Word tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create this robot poster in Word and then save it as a JPEG. So let's get started. So the first thing is I'm going to change the background colour of this page. So I'm going to go up to Design and then along to Page Colour. Click on the drop down and then just simply select a colour of your choice. Now, if the colour isn't there, as I will say in a lot of this video, you can go down to More Colours, where your colour wheel will appear, as well as a number of different options at the top here. If you don't see the colour of your choice, then go down to this eyedropper tool. This eyedropper tool is something we'll be using a lot in this video, and what this allows you to do is scan over any part of your screen and select a colour. So we're going to just insert an image that we found online, just for our colour swatches. And this is the tool that we'll use in order to match our colours. So I'll just cancel that. So up to Page Colour, and then I'm going to select a blue. Now, in order to build our robot, we need to select the different colours that we're going to use. Now, you can use a number of swatches for the internet, or you can simply go online and you can put into Google robot cartoons, and it will give you lots and lots of different options. Now, if there is one particular robot that you like with the various colours, then you can just take a screenshot and save it to your computer. Once you've done that, you can either insert the image by going to Insert, Pictures, Picture from File, or you can simply drag and drop it into your document. This will allow us to get the colours exactly right with the robot of our choice. So we're going to select this robot here, but we're not actually going to copy this robot, we're just using the colours. So to ensure that's a little bit bigger so that we can access the colours, I'm just going to stretch out this picture. Now we can't move it, so we need to sort that out. If your pictures or shapes don't move, go up to your Picture or Shape Format tab, go along to Wrap Text, click on the drop down, and just select in front of text, and that will then allow you to move this around. So I'm just going to pop him down here, and then I'm going to insert my first shape. So go to the Insert tab, click on Shapes, and then I'm going to select this rounded edge rectangle. Then all you need to do is just click and drag. Now the shapes on my software come up as default with a blue fill or blue middle and a darker blue outline. Now, in order to fully customize this shape, we need to access the customization menu. So to access that, you can either go up to Shape Format, which is the tab up here. This only appears if you've highlighted your shape. Then go along to Format Pane, or you can just simply double click on your shape. And as you see, this menu appears on the right. All of these icons and menus will give you access to everything that you need to customize your shape. So the first thing we're going to do is to customize the center of this rectangle. So I'm going to go down to Fill, and I want to make sure I'm clicked on Solid Fill. Then I want to change the color. So go to Color, click on the drop down. You can select from any color here, but because we want to base our colors on the robot we've selected, I'm going to go down to More Colours, then I'm going to go to the eyedropper tool here, then I'm going to move that eyedropper tool over to the blue and select the blue and click OK. The next thing is to sort out the border. So click on Line, I'm checked on Solid Line, go down to Colour, I'm going to click on Black, and I'm going to change the width of that border to 3. And then if I just click off the shape, you can see what you're left with. Now, of course, you can make this line thinner or thicker, completely up to you. But I'm just going to leave it at 3 for now. Now, I'm just going to slightly adjust this shape and then just move it to here. Don't worry too much about where it is at the moment because we will line everything up. So because I've now got that border correct as I want it and the shape, all I need to do now is copy and paste this rectangle. You can either go up to the Home tab and click Copy, click off the shape and then click Paste, or you can just simply Command or Control C, Command or Control V. So I'm just going to move that down, and that will be part of his body. Now, to ensure these two are completely lined up, I'm going to hold my Command key down and click on this shape. So you can now see that both of those shapes are highlighted. We just want to ensure that these two central squares are in line. So go up to the Shape Format tab. Now, I've actually squashed my screen down in order to get all the colour icons in at the side here. But if you go up here, this ribbon will appear at the top here. Go along to the Alignment tab, click on the drop down and select Align to Centre. And that will ensure that these two are perfectly lined up. Then I'm just going to select this bottom rectangle. I'm just going to resize this. If you want to maintain the dimensions, just hit the Shift key. And I'm just going to move that up as part of his neck. I'm just going to click off that. I need to make it a tiny bit bigger. And once it's there, again, I'm just going to line all of these up by hitting the Command key and selecting them all, and then just align to centre. Perfect. Now this one here, I want to change the colour, so I'm going to select it. I'm going to go up to Fill, Solid Colour, down to Colour, and then again, if you want to select a colour from your robot picture, select the eyedropper tool, and then just select the colour of your choice, and then click OK. That wasn't what I expected. Click on the eyedropper and then just click OK. There we go. Now the next thing to do is his arms and legs. So I'm just going to select this square again, just copy and paste again. And then again I'm going to make this a little bit smaller to make his legs. And then copy and paste that and put it below. And again, and again. Okay, that's one leg. What we'll do is we'll actually put the foot on as well, and then we'll copy and paste the whole lot and just move it over. So go up to the Insert tab, click on Shapes, and then we're going to scroll down and use this shape here. Just click and drag. And then I'm going to rotate this shape onto its side. We'll just move that up. And once again, we'll go up to the menu here. So for the shoe, we're just going to make it completely black. So the colour will make black and the outline will make black. And then we're just going to put a small sole on the bottom. I'm going to go up to Insert, Shape, and click on the rectangle. And then just click and drag. Once again, I'm going to fill this with another colour, select more colours, eyedropper tool, and I'm going to go down to the slightly orangey red colour and click OK. And then I'm going to click No Line for this one. Then I'm just going to move that onto the shoe. Okay, that can be a bit fiddly sometimes. When you zoom in and out, often what can happen is the shape doesn't look like it's lined up, but when you zoom back in, you can see it's perfectly lined up, so don't worry too much about it. I zoom out again, I'm going to select this shape here, and subsequently this one, and all the shape elements of the leg. Once you've selected them all, don't forget to press your Command or Control key down whilst you're clicking on each shape. Go up to Shape Format and then down to this icon here that says Group. Click on Group, and now you can move that leg around as one. Once you've done that, then just copy and paste, and as if by magic, you have another leg. Now we can do exactly the same with the arms. Now instead of building more of these for the arms, if you click on the leg and then double click on that shape there, hold the Command key down, click on these four shapes, and then press Command or Control C, click off, Command or Control V, And before you move those, you need to make them into a group. So again, go up to Shape Format, click on the drop down, go to Group and select Group. There you have an arm. Now we're going to finish this arm and do exactly what we did with the legs. Complete the arm, copy and paste it and put it on the other side. So the first thing we want to do is create the shoulder. So copy and paste this rectangle here. And then I'm going to change the colour. So back over to the menu, click on the drop down, go to More Colours, click on the eyedropper tool, and then we're going to select the orange and click OK. Okay, then we can move this section of the arm up. Now we're just going to move the robot right down here so we can just make the hand. So go back up to Insert, go to Shapes, and then go to this icon here called Block Arc, and then just click and drag. You can try and make it perfect on the first go, but if you don't worry, because you can go back and resize it. And then we just move that up. Again, we're going to make this black, so down to your colour, make sure on Fill, go down to your colour and click black, and then no line. And then I will line this up, as I will line this up as well. But before we do that, we'll just put the, in fact no, we'll line these up first. So if I pop that there, so all we're going to do is just select the hand, the arm and the shoulder, go to Shape Format, click on the Arrange, click on Alignment, and then just click Align to Center. Now all of these central squares will all be lined up. So the next thing to do is just to add those decorations on the end of the hand. So I'm just going to zoom in. Then I'm just going to select this square here. So if you select the larger group and then just double click on the section here, it will just select this box. Copy and paste. And then all we're going to do is just reduce the size of this shape to fit the hand. Can be a bit fiddly, but it is worth doing. So just keep clicking off, checking it. I'm sorry this is jumping around. This is just one of those glitches in Word where it just keeps jumping around. So I'm just going to use my arrow keys. Once I'm happy with that, copy and paste, and just simply move to the other side. Sometimes it will click in beautifully, other times you've got to play around with it. Okay, once you're completely happy, we'll just go ahead and select all of those elements whilst holding down the Command or Control key, up to Shape Format, and along to the group icon, click on the drop down and select Group. And now we have a complete arm. And all we need to do is copy and paste. And then we have a second arm. And the group makes it so much easier and so much quicker. And then once you're happy, you can actually make sure these two are lined up. Again, hold the Command or Control key down and select both of them. And then again up to the Alignment tool, click on the drop down, and then you can align to the top. And then those will be perfectly lined up across the top here. So let's just zoom out, and we can see that that robot's coming along nicely. So now we can sort out the head and the face. So I'm going to go to Insert, Shapes, and I'm going to select this icon here, which is down here in Basic Shapes. Then again, I'm going to click and drag. I'm going to go to Line to click Solid Line, go to Black, and then change the width to 3 again. And then to the fill, I'm going to go down to Colour, and again all my recent colours are here, so I can select from any of those, and I'm probably going to go for this reddy orange colour. And then once you're happy, again move it to roughly the centre, Command or Control key held down, click on the shape below, and you can see they're not quite lined up. So go up to your alignment tool again and just click align to center, and then that will be perfectly lined up. Then we're going to go to insert again, go down to shapes, and I'm going to click line, then click and drag. Now you can't see it on my computer because my default line is blue, so at the moment it's not very clear, but you can just about see where the two dots are. So I'm going to change the width and the colour of this line by again going over to the shape format menu and go down to colour. I'm going to click black, and for this one I think I made it 10. Nope, it was probably more like 6. Make it 5. That's better. And then copy and paste. Move that over to there. Now this one you're going to sort of need to do by eye. Now although the angle is done by eye, you can make sure they're exactly the same length. If you go to this one, make sure you're on shape format, you can see the height is at 3.26. So if I click on this one, you can see it's changed. So I just need to change the last 2 digits to 26. And then all I can do is use my arrow keys to move that up until it's lined up with the top of the box. Then I'm going to insert the 2 circles in the top, so go up to the insert tab, along to shapes, and just go to basic shape. Now in order to make a circle, because if you just click and drag now you'll make ovals and all sorts. If you want to make a circle, then you just need to hold down the shift key whilst you're clicking and dragging, and then that will make a perfect circle. And again we're going to go along to line and 3 points. And I'm happy with that colour, but if you do want to change it, do feel free. And then I'm just going to copy and paste that circle and line it up here. And line up this one. Now if you want it to be the same height, again, Command or Control key held down and go up to Align and Align to Top. And that will mean they're exactly the same height. So onto the eyes. Now for this I've already drawn a circle, so I'm simply going to highlight that circle, copy and paste, and then I'm just going to hold my shift key down so I don't alter the ratio or the dimensions, and it remains a complete circle. And then I'm going to turn the centre of this eye white, so go over to Fill, down to Colour and select white, and then I'm going to copy and paste it. Reduce the size whilst holding down the shift key, move that inside, and then I'm going to make the inside black. So again, go to colour and black. To make sure this is lined up with the outer circle, I'm going to hold my Command or Control key down and click on the bigger circle, go to Arrange, and then Align to Centre. And then I'm also going to have to align to middle. And then that means that the eyeball is in the centre. Now for this particular circle, the thickness of the line is 3. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for this eye. So I'm going to highlight that larger circle, go back up to width, and I'm going to make this one 6 to make just the outside a bit bigger. Then I'm going to hold my Command or Control key down, highlight the middle section of that eye, and make them into a group. Go to the group icon and select group. Once I've done that, copy and paste it, and then simply move it over. Now once you've got your alignment, so I'm going to try and line up the centre of this eye with the edge of this shape here, and try and do the same with that one. I can just nudge it along a little bit. And then again I'm going to highlight the other one and just make sure they're aligned to the top. Perfect. Once they are, I'm going to go back up and just group them together, and then make sure they're centered with that box. Perfect. And now to make the mouth, so we're just going to grab another box which is already formatted, copy and paste it, move it up, and then just resize it, reshape it. Again, to ensure that's in the middle, just click on the larger box while holding the Command or Control key down and then align it to centre again. Just going to move that up a bit. The centre of this is going to be another colour, so I think we'll go for, maybe we'll choose the red colour. And then we're just going to put a few lines in. Insert, Shapes, Line. Just going to click and drag down. If you hold the Shift key down, it will ensure that your line's perfectly vertical. And again, I'm going to change this to black. And then I'm going to put that at 2. And then I'm just going to copy and paste it. Move that up. Now if you do go wrong, you just hit Command or Control Z to go back. I'm just going to zoom in. I'm just going to move that line up, as I will this one. Hold the Command or Control key down and just select all of the lines. And then up in the Alignment tab, I want to distribute them horizontally so they're evenly distributed. And then I'm going to group them. In fact, first I need to align to the top. Align to the top, that means they're perfectly aligned, and then just make those into a group. Once you make them into a group, you can move them left or right. What it also enables you to do is put it into the centre of the larger square here and line these two up. So go up to Arrange again, or just go up to the Alignment tool and align to centre. And now all of those lines are perfectly centred. Let's just zoom out. So the next thing we need to do is the little computer on his tummy. So again, I'm going to use this rectangle, copy and paste, move it down, adjust it to the size you want, roughly move it to where you want to. If you hit the Control key on your keyboard, it allows you just a little bit more control over the movement of your shapes. Once you're happy with that, just hit your Command or Control key and just select the larger rectangle. And then once again, go to the Alignment tool and select Align to Centre. So inside here, we're just going to put a little graph. So go up to Insert, Icons. And now I'm just going to type graph, but you can also see that they're already there. So I'm going to select this one here, select the checkbox and go down to Insert. As you can see, it comes up as a shape here, but there's several things we need to do to this before we pop it onto the robot. The first thing is the wrapping. So go up to, make sure you're on Graphics Format, go to Wrap Text, click on the drop down and select in front of text. What you also need to do is to go up to Convert to Shape. What this will enable you to do is to change the colours of the various rectangles within this shape. So then just click and drag. And then you can just reshape this by clicking on the boxes and just moving it round. Once you're happy, to ensure that's in the centre of his little screen, hit the Command or Control key again and select the screen rectangle. And then again, Shape Format, the Alignment tool, and down to Align to Centre. Now what you can do now is just highlight each individual little box by double clicking on it, and then once again go to the Format pane icon or just Format Shape, and then in the solid fill go down to Colour and then select a colour. And again, do that for all of the different bars. Until it's complete. And then we'll just put the little circles in his tummy as well. Again, really easily, Insert, Shapes, circle, hit the shift key while you drag, and then again go up to the line, correct the line first, turn it black, put the points to 3, and then we can leave that colour if you want to, or alternatively you can change the colour. But all I'm going to do now is just copy and paste it. And then change the colour. Paste it again. And then just one more time. Once you've done that, hit the Command or Control key, highlight all the different circles, and again go to the Alignment tab and go to Align to Top. Once you're happy they're all aligned, make them into a group, and then again to ensure they're in the centre, hit the Command or Control key and highlight the bigger rectangle, and then again to the Alignment tab and Align to Centre. Perfect. So now you've done the main body of your robot. Now with the hands, you can actually move them up and down if you want to. So if we just double click, we can use our up or down arrow to just shift that, but you can also send it backwards. So if you go to the Arrange tab again, or just up to Send Backwards, click on the drop down and click Send to Back, and that will push that hand to the rear. And again, you can do that on the other side. In fact, it might be easier just to select the group, copy and paste, select this arm, delete it, just move that one over. And again, once you're happy with its alignment left or right, highlight the other arm and just align it to the top again. Perfect. So we don't need this robot anymore because we've got all the shapes that we need. So we'll just delete that, highlight it and just press the delete button. Now I want to be able to move this robot around as one complete unit. So the way to do that is to highlight everything. So click on all the groups that we've made, all the shapes, rectangles, whilst holding down the Command or Control key, shape format, and go to the group icon and select group. Now this is the point when you move it, you'll know if you've got all of the elements or you've left one out. So as I move it round, yep, we've got all of the elements. Now if you do find that you've missed the graph off or something, then just hit the Command or Control and Z key and it will take you back, and then you just highlight it and make it all into a group. So if we just move back, you can see now that I've got my robot as one complete element which I can move around, but I can also resize him, which is brilliant. So I'm just going to resize him a little bit to make him a little bit smaller so we can get the name at the top. Now to ensure he's in the center of our page, again go up to the alignment tool and then align to center, and that will put him in the middle. So the next thing is we're going to insert the name at the top. So go up to Insert, Text Box, Draw Text Box, click and drag, type your name in, and then highlight it, go up to the Home tab, and then you can use these two icons here which will increase or decrease the size of your font. So I'm just going to click on this Increase Font Size. Then I'm going to go over to Align to Center. Then I'm going to go over to the Font tool and I'm going to select this robotic font here. And then because the font has made the letters quite close together, I want to space them out a bit. So the way to do that is to right click, go down to Font, make sure that your name is highlighted, so highlight the name first, then right click. Then you'll have this dialog box. It may come up as font and look like this. You need to go to advanced. And then with spacing here, click on the drop down and select expand. So down the bottom here you'll get a preview, and you can use the up or down arrows to increase or decrease the spacing between each character. So I know that I want 10 between my characters, and as I put 10 in, you can see the spacing that I'll have when I click OK. So I'm happy with that. Click OK, and then you can see the letters have been spaced out. The next thing I need to do, as a text box, the default is a white background with a black border. So I need to click on it, make sure I'm on shape format, go to shape fill, click on the drop down and select no fill. Click on this icon here, shape outline, click on the drop down and select no outline. You can also do it over here, but sometimes it's just easier to do it with the drop down up here. Then I want to change the colour of my text, so I can leave it black if I want to, or I can double click inside, Command or Control A to highlight it all, go to the Home tab and go to this text colour here, font colour, and select white. Now to ensure that my name is in the centre of my page as well, go back at Shape Format, go up to the Alignment tab and then Align to Centre. And there you have your poster. So if you want to go ahead and print that out or save it as a Word document, that's absolutely fine. You can go ahead and save that in the normal way. However, if you want to save this as a JPEG, you can do so, but you can't save the name. This name has to come out because Word will not save a text box as a picture. And I'll show you why. If you click on it, right click on it, you can see Save as Picture is greyed out. But if I click on the robot and right click, just click on the robot, right click, you can save it as a picture. So what we need to do to save just the robot and the background as a JPEG is select the robot, select the background by holding the Command or Control key down, click Arrange or go up to the group icon, select Group. Then right click, make sure you've got group highlighted, and you know if it's highlighted because the Shape Format tab will appear. Then go to Save as Picture, then go down to JPEG, so Save as Type. You can save it as a JPEG if you wish, but most people would want to save it as a JPEG. Then just rename it and then click Save. So now if we go to Insert, go to Picture, Picture from File, and if you see there on our desktop we've got the robot JPEG. Just click on it and click Insert. Now it's gone to the back, which is fine, so we'll just go to Wrap Text and click in front of text. And there we have our JPEG. So you can now insert this robot into any document you want to, onto a website, because this is now a JPEG. If you want to insert the name, then you can do so with a variety of different software packages, including Word, but it just enables you to create this robot or indeed another picture and then just save it as a picture. So I hope that's helped you today. I hope you've had some fun. I hope you've learned something. If you have, please subscribe and have a great day.